Good to go.
Don't forget the pledge. That's the first thing we're gonna do, sir, yes. What do you think?
Flip the switch.
Which? Good evening, welcome to planning board meeting on whatever today is, November 13th, 2025. Will you please stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the first item on the agenda is School Road LLC.
Sorry.
Jacques Belanger here for the Sewell Hoyt application.
Is that mic on?
It's got green on it.
Okay.
Yeah. We'd like to table the meeting probably for quite a while. We're dealing with the Army Corps now, and it's a little bit of a slow process. There's nothing we're going to be able to do. We know we're going to have to re-notice everybody, notice the butters and everything to move forward. So that's where we are.
Continuance to an undetermined date.
If we could, that'd be great. Yep.
We can do that.
Do we apply?
Can somebody make a motion? Okay, I'll make a motion. Make a motion to continue 77 Sewell Hoyt LLC to an undetermined date in the future, which means we'll have to re-notify the abutters, et cetera. Did you send us an email or something about the 90-day clock?
I didn't.
Will you please?
Yes, sir, I will.
We're not gonna charge them application fees again, right? Just about a
Just
notice?
Butter notifications.
Okay.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
That was easy.
Thanks.
That's one down. Yeah. Next item on the agenda is AMS Properties. Tax map 412, lot 102 on River Road, 18 lot cluster. I understand those are the plans we need.
Which one do you want?
Anyone, I guess.
You want to look at one of these? Grading plan.
You're up.
What does it look like?
Wait. Oh, shoot. Can I apologize. I was gonna do the conceptual first. Do you mind if I do the conceptual first? It shouldn't take long.
Oh, yeah, no, sure, go ahead.
I'm sorry. You do this first. I apologize.
Conceptual.
We have a conceptual application
That's you.
from you. Can't read your name.
I'll
Peter,
try to keep it quick.
Peter something.
Peter Parisi.
Okay. On Woodfern, 33 Woodfern Road.
Yes, sir.
You wanna do a office for a wholesale,
Correct.
no inventory, no employees, no nothing, just do
Correct.
it in an office.
Just a formality.
You need this so you can get your dealer license?
Yes, wholesale dealer license.
It's, I believe it's an allowed home-based business. Any questions? Comments? Concerns?
If you hire an employee or park a car there for sale, you need to come back.
Sure. Can do.
Is that a motion?
It's a motion.
Okay.
It's a motion to,
Approve the conceptual.
well, it's not really
I was gonna say to
approval, just,
allow home-based business.
just to allow the use.
To allow
As a
home-based
permitted
business.
use.
Yeah.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Told you it was quick.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll go on to AMS property. I apologize. Are these the plans we're supposed to be looking at?
No, I brought,
I emailed everybody today, some revisions based on the comments that the town provided us.
Please.
And this time I put them all in one set instead of 3 different sets. So.
Okay. So what are your major changes here?
Okay. Well, we got the review back from Keach Nordstrom, and they had a list of things they wanted to see. And some of these just, I don't know if you want me to go through the list one by one, and or if I've emailed you all our responses already. On subdivision plans, I think mostly it was little things like typos, the table of the bearings and distances. I added the easements to the tables there, so those are on there. I guess the one big thing is that we've removed the parcel in Goffstown from the proposal. So now the subdivision lies wholly within Ware, and I redid the calculations to do the yield plan, and that still works. I edited a few lots, 4, 5, and 6, so that we would still maintain the 50% of open space. And in the open space calculation, we didn't count the easement, so, and everything still works. Those are the basic, I guess the large changes.
Easement for the power line?
Yeah. A lot of these other things, I labeled we put a name on the road now. I put a dimension on the road width, 50 feet.
Yeah, Keach Nordstrom comments for the subdivision plans were pretty minor.
Yeah,
How are you, I assume you have a separate lot line adjustment application then to do that property in Goffstown become separate?
I think that's at the moment kind of floating. We have to find out if one of the other abutters wants to buy it. I think, if I read the RSA right, if one of the town line will subdivide a property if it meets, if the lot by itself will meet a zoning of that town. So if one of those abutters buys that outright, it just becomes part of their lot. That was my thinking. I'm not sure how the RSA says that the lot can be considered separate by a municipal lot line if it'll meet the town zoning.
Remember RSA?
So I did talk to Patty over in Goffstown.
Yep.
And she said the easiest route would be to see if maybe the country club wanted it or one of the other butters wanted it.
Yep.
And then kind of sell it to them, and then they would purchase it, and then they could just merge it with their lot.
And then it's part of theirs as opposed to,
Because Goffstown doesn't want it because it doesn't abut any other
Well,
land
yeah,
that they
I
own,
understand
so.
that- I understand that part, I just don't know if you can make the town line a lot line. If your deed right now is in both towns, how can you make a lot line down a town line? Make a new lot line without a planning board approval, you know what I'm saying, I guess.
the RSA does say that a town municipal line will constitute a division of lot even under one deed. What I'm not clear about is if we're selling, if we weren't selling this to an abutter, I don't think you could do it. But if you were selling it to an abutter, then it's part of their land and being merged with theirs, and so it is conforming. It would have frontage, it would have, because it would be part of their lot.
Does it show on here?
It keeps on going, right? No, it stops here.
It stops right there for us, yeah.
Do you remember the RSA?
I
You have it?
Don't off the top of my head. I don't know if
Probably Ray had that looked up last time.
Probably not.
674.53.
674.53.
Thought I'd let you know. It's nice my last night too, so.
Ray, you
Got
had
that-
looked
you
that
got
up
that,
last
Melissa?
time, I thought.
Well, I said, I think it's this, and now we confirmed. I'm gonna take some credit.
You get all the credit. I just mentioned it.
You just, you confirmed.
I did look that one up last time.
That's what I thought.
You're talking about paragraph 1?
Where a municipal line subdivides a parcel.
This is a long section.
Upon,
Scroll it down.
okay, 674.53, number 2. I'm not sure if that's it either. No, I don't think that's it.
I don't see how that's,
Yeah, the very first sentence of that, 674.53.1. An owner of contiguous land which is located in more than one municipality may treat a municipal boundary line as an existing boundary between lots.
Yes.
Tracks. So long as it can fulfill the land use ordinances or regulations of the municipality that it lies in. So my thought would be that if one of the abutters bought that, then it does fulfill, because it would be merged with their lot. It wouldn't be a landlocked parcel, so to speak. And, you know, it may be that council has to review that. It's just, in my reading, I was thinking that's what would work.
maybe.
Right, I know, because it says it, so long as it's not dependent on the parent parcel, but it wouldn't be if it was merged with one of the abutters. But conveyed to one of the abutters and they picked it up for their land.
Yeah, I think we need councils.
But it
Still
seems,
think the deed would have to show that that is the lot line though, 'cause it's one big lot now.
Right.
You'd still have to have a lot line adjustment.
There has to be something.
With
in
us
writing
and
that
with
shows
Goffstown.
Who owns what.
Well, no, he's kind of saying you don't need it because the existing,
Town line
As
is a
if
boundary
it was
line.
all part of the subdivision and the subdivision crossed the town line and go into another town, you could use that as your lot line subdivision, but then them other lots would be in another town. You can read it either. It's vague enough that you can interpret it any way you want.
kind of, yes. Because it goes on to say if you need the, in this case, if you need the where parcel to make the Goffstown parcel, lot size, density, frontage, et cetera, well, you do need it. But if you sell it to one of these neighbors, you don't.
Right.
But I think by selling it to one of the neighbors, you're doing a lot line adjustment.
Correct. Because right now, the deed goes into Goffstown,
Right.
regardless of what you want to do.
Right, well, that's what the RSA is saying, is that when a lot crosses a municipal line, the municipal line can act like a
Well, I think
boundary
we ought
line. I think,
Have town council give us an opinion.
Yeah.
I think either way, if that idea works, we're good with it. If we need a boundary line adjustment with one of the ones, the abutters that are willing to purchase it,
Was Goffstown gonna get legal opinion, or?
No, all Patty said was, what she recommended was to see if an abutter wanted to purchase that land, because the easiest and fastest way to do it would be that, so they could just merge it into their piece, their existing piece.
And there's no law.
Right, they would just merge it into theirs.
But they would probably have to get a lot line adjustment if they merged it into their lot.
I would think somebody needs a lot line adjustment,
I think
but
you
we talk town council.
Right, so the email we got from Patty, if it wasn't gonna change at all, would be addressed in a regional impact, and both parties would have to address the issue, us and them, separately. But I'm in favor of getting town council, but I'm also leaning towards the fact that you're gonna need a lot line adjustment in order to make that happen. Let's see what town council says, I guess. Yeah.
I think, yeah. We'll have to get town council opinion on that one. So I have. The applicant, we pay for town council, or just continue with this,
thank you.
that's okay? It is. Okay. Assuming we get past that, subdivision's only in where now? What other changes we made?
There are some changes on the engineering plans that maybe Anthony can speak to. We both responded to them in the list that we sent you, but if there's anything significant, maybe he can speak to it. I know we do have a request for a waiver.
I see that. Oh, yes, I got that right here.
Yep.
I want to talk about everything else first, then the waiver.
Sure.
if you don't mind.
So if we go down the list, I guess.
See the email. Read it to you bluntly.
These, lots 7, 8, 9, 10. Were you gonna do any common driveways there, or are they all gonna be individual driveways? Longest flag-shaped lots?
And the first one says individual driveways,
Was it?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Each would have its own. I think the basic theme of the engineering edits are that Keach Nordstrom recommended or requested a number of items be changed, modified, added, and we've done all of that.
Okay, as you did mention, we have a waiver request.
Yep.
for the maximum grade within 100 feet of the intersection, where we say we have to have 2% for 100 feet. We're proposing 4.2% within 100 feet.
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Anthony.
Anthony Costello. Yeah, what we've proposed is that, let me see, which waiver, waiver number one? Right here, right on your sheet there.
Look at the plan profile sheet 2 as well.
Yeah, let me, I've got some other plans to help emphasize the reasoning behind this. A lot of the beginning of this roadway is designed pretty much around where the detention pond is at the entrance of the driveway, if you look at the grading plan. Because of the seasonal high water table, the pond has got to be up a little bit higher than we'd like. So in order to get the water to flow into the pond from the road, we're trying to get the road up as high as possible. I had met with the road agent at the beginning of this and talked to him about potential things that we could do on this, and this is what we agreed upon. I'll get a letter from him. I just put the waiver together today, so I didn't have time for him to sign off on it, but I'd like to meet with him again to go over the plans with him. But the intent is to try to get the road up as high as possible to help get the water to flow into the detention pond at the front, and also to help us with the cover of the proposed pipes that we have. If we were to extend the road to the 100 feet, in the requirements, if you look at the bottom line on the pages I just gave you, there's approximately a 5-foot cut through the steepest part of the property, which would result in about an extra acre of disturbance on the uphill side of that first curve. So we're trying to reduce the impacts to the forest there. And also, like again, to promote the flow to the detention pond. We don't feel like at that one point at 100 feet from the beginning of the road where we're supposed to be at 2%, we're at 4.42%. I feel pretty comfortable with that engineering-wise. Typically, you would start to be a little bit concerned when you get over 5%.
Do you have any negative pitch coming off River Road at all for anyone?
No, what's going on, we're trying to have the water from River Road that's upslope coming onto the property and get into our pond, so there won't be a lot of water coming onto, across this new proposed road.
I'm
and
thinking
again, we're
about the
trying-
water coming down the road and run right out on River Road.
Well, no, it's gonna come down the road. There are catch basins to close drainage system. And there are catch basins at the base of our proposed road that drain into the proposed pond.
Where is 0 plus 0, 0? Center line?
Yes,
That's what it looks like, yeah.
So you're coming off the edge of the pavement, you're going up 2%?
correct.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And that was something I had to discuss with the road agent about, if he was gonna have a problem with that. Again, I can get a letter from him. There won't be, the only water that will be going across there is pretty much the water that lands on the road in that area. There won't be the runoff coming along, there's not a ditch line on River Road in that area, but the idea is to try to get the water coming off of River Road onto our property and into our detention pond. So that water won't be coming across this proposed road.
So where's the closed drainage start?
Yeah, right here. Approximately, the last catch basin is at station 1+50. And then on the right side of the road before the cistern, we also have a head wall that then drains into that catch basin. So the only water going down the road would be the first, on the right side of the road, just whatever lands on the cistern area. And everything to the left side of the road will drain into the proposed pond.
Yeah, but from 150 down, it's gonna all flow right down towards,
Well, it's going to flow, on the left side of the road, it's going to flow into the detention pond.
Yes, the right side of the road is gonna flow to,
Fire cistern.
Correct, and on the north, on the east side of the fire cistern, there's a culvert that ties into the catch basin that then drains into the detention pond. So pretty much the only water that's going to collect to the right side of the road at the intersection is anything that lands on the cisterns. And that water is just going to go to where it is going today.
In the parking, in the truck pull-off next to the cistern, right? That's
Yes.
nice.
The drainage calculations show we're decreasing the peak flow at that point. And again, most of it's because the water that's draining down River Road on the east side is now going to go into our pond and not go onto the abutting property to the south.
Personally, I don't like that.
Stephen Keach was okay with that?
I don't think Steve Keach has seen it yet.
They reviewed the plans,
The new plans?
not the new ones, but that hasn't changed. That was there from the start. The comment they had was about the 2%, the requirement to go 100 feet at 2%.
Yeah, well, that, because he made that comment and he wasn't assuming that we'd grant you the waiver.
Even if we did that, the water would still be doing the same thing. It would just be raising the road up a little, lowering the road.
Well, if you came
It
off-
doesn't change the drainage,
If
though.
you came off the edge of pavement of River Road down 2% for 100 feet like the regulations,
Does it say negative 2% or just maximum of 2%?
I don't know.
That says maximum grade of 2%, so it doesn't say positive or negative, I believe, in the regulations.
Something back here. Been a long time since I looked at these.
It would be table 8.2A.
It says 2%. Doesn't say negative 2%.
Again, that low spot across at the edge of pavement is where the water flows today.
I would like to see it go down 2% at least 10 feet from the edge of pavement. Or some, 10 feet, I'm just pulling a number out of the air, kind of thinking the edge of where the ditch line would be.
Well, there is no ditch line on the south side.
I said it would-
Where does the water gonna go when it gets to the other side?
Well, it's not gonna go up
Yeah.
River Road, that's what my point is.
Come in at an angle like that.
Well, that was my next question. Steve Keach recommended you make that angle more 90 degrees.
Yeah, and we would do that if we would, at 60 degrees we're allowed, but what we're not allowed is to be within 125 feet of the center line of another road. And our line right there is exactly 125 feet from the center line of Jennifer Lane. So if we,
Coming out onto
Yeah, you're
River
coming out River
Road,
Road, you're coming-
River Road has a lot of truck traffic, a
Yep.
lot of fast cars that go faster than they should.
And when they come out of River Road, they're going down the other road and they're taking a left.
Yeah, people coming out of here are gonna go left.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to the transfer station on Saturday morning.
Just the angle coming in and out might be problematic sometimes.
well, we've got the 30-foot fillet curves, which will help. It widens the mouth of the entrance onto the River Road. And 60 degrees is allowed in the regulations. We could ask for a waiver for the 125 feet from center line to center line. But we were trying to get away with not having to ask for waivers, so.
Well,
At 60 degrees, we don't need a waiver.
no, but if you were coming out on Jennifer Lane or something like that, River Road is almost like you're coming out onto 114. It's one of the highest traffic roads in Ware, other than 114 and the road that goes to the dump.
Well, when the cars come to the intersection, they're not gonna be parallel to the center line at 60 degrees. The cars will turn to square off when they get to the intersection. And people aren't gonna pull up to the intersection if they're taking a left and have the car veering off to the right.
What's that, 5 houses on Jennifer Lane?
I think there's more than that. I don't go down there much. There's a few. See, Jennifer Lane's not the problem, really. It's almost nothing that ever comes off of there. I'm more concerned about, let's hypothetical thing. Car comes down, we don't know what people
Well,
do.
right,
Cars in the middle
my
of the-
point is, I'd rather give them a waiver than have that angle.
I'd rather give them a waiver for 150 foot than give them a waiver than having
Yeah.
60 intersection.
So what I can see happening,
And I don't like 2% coming right off the pavement going up.
car comes down and it's in the middle of the thing here because it wants to turn this way, right? A car is coming this way, it wants to turn in, it doesn't quite have
It's
the
cut
ability
off.
to turn in.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
And a truck is behind it.
Again, we're trying
Well, I was
to,
gonna say,
we didn't need a waiver
I was
for
gonna say
60.
car, truck, not two cars, but yes. You
And
get somebody delivering diesel fuel and a mailman and all that kind of stuff at the same time. Could be a little, you may end up having difficulty turning left River Road in the morning.
right? And you can't, I can't leave my driveway without ever waiting for a car. Whether I'm coming into my driveway or out of it, there's a car every 15 seconds that goes up and down the road. It's a super busy road. You gotta make sure, I'm concerned about ice in the winter time, with the salt truck gets there, that it hits. The car might accidentally slide into River Road and get.
Would it give you any grading benefit if you kicked it that way a bit? It's going steeper that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100.
That's 100 from there to there.
0, 0 there, the end of the road's out. It doesn't have it, doesn't have a,
I got another question. This culvert up at somewhere around Station 8 plus 50 plus 70.
Yep,
You got detention volley basin on the right.
that's been changed. Was there a head wall? I'm not-
Yes.
Yeah, there used to be a catch basin in the pond
Okay?
that then went across the street.
Yes.
And then one of their comments was that they wanted an emergency spillway. And the catch basin was what was acting as the emergency spillway. But rather than fight, I just put a spillway in and then rip-rap down to a head wall. It'd be easier maintenance for the town dealing with a head wall than a catch basin up in a detention pond. So that's the major and only really design change on the plans.
Well, my question was actually, when the water goes across the road onto lot 2 and 3, we got a drainage easement for about 50 feet maybe, something like that? Where's the water going from there? Back down to the sketch, back down to this wetland?
Yeah, it goes further down, yep,
It ends up at the same culvert.
yep.
What's your impact on that culvert?
It's a reduction,
Including this.
there's a reduction in peak flows. We've also need to get an alteration of terrain permit for this.
Yes.
So the town requires drainage for 25-year storm events. The state is 1-inch storm, 2-year, 10-year, and 50-year storm events. So right now, it meets all the criteria. We just haven't made the application yet for alteration of terrain until we get the design approved by the town. So that area meets the impacts for peak flows and also volume for all the storm events that I just mentioned.
What's gonna happen to the water once it leaves the drainage easement? Is it gonna go into somebody's house?
It's gonna go downhill.
We don't know. Yeah.
It will just follow the existing terrain. The amount of water that's going through that, it's not gonna see any water from our detention pond. I don't think until maybe a 50-year storm. I think we're infiltrating almost all of the water in the pond. And there might be a little bit of water that comes out for a 50-year storm. And we're talking about like 1 CFS, which is the equivalent of maybe a few garden hoses. So the water coming out of the end of that culvert is not going to be, it's not like it's going to cause any erosion problems.
More than a couple garden hoses. Have you sent these plans to Keach yet?
Not the new ones, no.
Actually, today.
Oh, today, I guess.
When I circulated that email, you got one, the planning board, Keach got one,
Okay.
everyone got one.
So
Yeah,
everybody got it today.
yeah.
Any idea how much you'd have to slide the entrance down to get close to a 90-degree turn there?
It won't change the
No,
entrance that much. I mean,
the distance between Jennifer Lane,
it's, right now, our center line is exactly 125 feet.
if you slid it down to get it close to 90, do you have any idea what would be then?
Probably 12 or 15 feet.
So 20 feet tops.
Yeah. Well, it's not a problem doing it, it just didn't meet the regulations, and the 60 degrees did, that's why we did that. We were trying to meet the
No, I
town's
get that,
regulations.
I
We
get
can,
that.
we can adjust it, and it probably won't even change the edge of pavement on this plan, it's just gonna change the center line alignment, so. Again, it's not a big deal, it just doesn't, if we make it 90 degrees, it doesn't meet the town regulations, so. If you're saying you'll give us an easement for that, we'll draw the lines in, and we'll recreate the plans.
You might have to put the cistern someplace else.
Yeah, let me be able to square it up with the lot line instead of having an angle.
Either way, yeah.
Because you're probably gonna do it by creating a little curve right there, you're not gonna straighten it out back here.
Well, now we run into the situation for a reverse curve, 100-foot minimum between reverse curves. And that first curve, that big curve there, that's the town's minimum. Because the other thing that we would have normally done is reduce the radius of that curve to put the road downhill more, so we wouldn't have to have as much cut. But the center line right now is the minimum that the town allows for that first curve. So that's kind of stuck right there.
Would it be better to give a waiver for the curve? That way the road could be straightened out better?
Yeah, because it's not gonna be much of a curve.
No, not the entrance there.
No. I mean, it's gonna
It
be
might be,
ver-
if it's,
It's gonna be a very small curve.
yeah.
Not much of a tangent length to it.
Oh, we're saying then 2 waivers, a waiver to the distance to Jennifer Road and a waiver for that first curve radius?
Not the tangent between curves.
Tangent between curves, yeah. Would that be something we did tonight so that we could go forward with designing, or should we wait?
No, we should address it so you know which direction to go.
Yeah.
So we're looking
What's
for a
that?
waiver.
Reducing the tangent,
Tangent between curves.
Oh,
Will that?
it'll
the
change things.
grading?
Yeah, well, he also wants us to come down at 2% for 10 feet.
I'm just wondering if it will help it less than 4.2.
Well, that's the other thing we'll look and ask if,
Do you have any idea how long a tangent you're gonna need between reverse curves? I know it's a dumb question.
I would probably say 0. I mean, I'd like to make that just a reverse curve because it'll,
You're not, the cars aren't at speed there, they just
well,
come
that's,
off River
yeah,
Road.
it'll be, which is the reason why we're also asking for the reduction in the sag curve, which we'll get to, I guess, after this.
Where's the PC?
Station 99.56.
Oh, there, I see it, yes. Plan says 100, but.
Well, I think that rounds up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking for theoretically waivers for the SAG, which we'll get to. But we're looking for the reverse, we're looking for we're looking for a waiver for that.
The waiver for the center line distance,
Center line and the reverse curve,
yes.
and possibly in the SAG. Let's talk about the SAG.
All right.
It all ties together, you know. It's all at the beginning of the road, right?
Yeah, so I printed out the AASHTO regulations for sag curves. It's based off of speed. And if you look, the green highlighted is what the town's regulations are. It's approximately 35 mile per hour speed limit, which is typical. This sag curve is at the beginning of the road, and I'm not assuming that cars are gonna be either coming into the road going 35 miles per hour or,
If they're hitting that at
Leaving.
35 miles an hour, they're leaving
Correct.
skid marks either way.
right. So, we're asking for the, for the waiver, for I think it's 28 point something, but I've highlighted in yellow that at a design speed of 26 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour, the minimum K value was 26, so we're above that for 25 miles per hour. Again, I don't think they're gonna be going 35, I don't think they'll be going 25 as they're pulling into the stop, or coming into the road, so, we feel it's a reasonable ask. There's also not enough room to get a 300-foot vertical curve there. There's not enough road.
And that K value is just really a calculation, just.
It's the rate that the changes, so if
Yes,
it's
so
how many,
It's basically for if somebody can see up the road or down the road.
right, well, for sag curves, a lot of it's comfort.
Yeah,
What it is it's how many feet you travel for the grade to change 1%. So the bigger the K number, the longer the curve is and the flatter the curve is.
I don't really see an issue with that. I'm still worried about the vertical and horizontal alignment though, and what ramifications that's gonna have on that. You know what I mean? You change it, well, you would change it to a 90-degree turn, you make it so that you have a
Negative pitch.
negative pitch, right, negative pitch off River Road, and it's all factored into this K value.
Could we do something, come off River Road at negative 2% for whatever distance, maybe 50 feet? And then instead of coming up that 2%, could we come up at 5% to tie into our 9? Would that make, I'm trying to catch up so that this road doesn't become this humongous cut through.
understand.
We're trying to run it on the existing, close to the existing contours.
I can see the difference, that's for sure. I appreciate that. How do you go from 2 to 5? I'm down to 2% to 5 for, 50 feet, even you say, even whatever, say from the sun, from 50 feet from the center line, so it's 0 plus 50, you're at whatever grade you're at. So I have to see the starting elevation, but you're obviously gonna be, my brain's not working.
Because you're a Packers fan.
Yeah, let's go, let's go ahead and here 2 days.
The
ago.
cheese hat squeezed his head too much.
I don't care about tonight's football game.
His head's cream
So you're going up, so assuming center line is 12, the road's 24 feet wide, you got 12 feet to half it. You got 38 feet from edge of pavement to get to 0 plus 50, so 38 feet at negative 2% is, that's why I said my brain's not working, roughly 6.6 feet, 0.7 feet?
I think you're talking about, that seems a little high. You're talking about going 38 feet at negative 2%? Probably 0.6,
Yeah.
0.6 feet?
You know what I said, 0.6?
No.
6.7?
6.
Oh, I said 6, missed the point.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a difference.
you indexed the.
You guys would hammer me for that.
0.76.
No,
You're close. So the road's gonna be 1.5 feet lower than you showed at Station 50.
right. So what I'm saying is if we can come off that and come up at 5%, well, maybe if we still tie the 9 in.
You gotta put a curve, or you gotta have it,
But it's still have to have a curve.
you gotta have the PVC at 0 plus 50 is like, that's where I was going this whole
I
conversation.
think I'm gonna try a bunch of things to see what makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't wanna do something that doesn't meet your regulations, spend all of their money, and find out that you guys are gonna say, no way, we're not allowing this.
right.
Again, I sat down with the road agent to go over this, and he was good with this. If he wrote something, I mean, does it matter, his opinion to you, or?
Yes, his opinion certainly matters. I'd like to see Steve Keach's opinion too, on these new plans. The only thing I'm trying to say is I'm hesitant to give you the waiver for the K value until I see the ramifications to the rest of the intersection. Maybe you need a K value of 23 all of a sudden, and you're gonna back, I need a new waiver. And we'd all feel kinda.
Well, the waiver could be that we don't have to meet the 45. I'm not gonna design something that's not gonna work. It's just my stamp on the plans.
Sorry.
We could give a waiver for the SAG to meet the 25 mile per hour per Astro. That would hold at 26, that would be an option. Which is basically gonna hold you to what you already have. It's gonna push your whole road
Yep,
down 1.5 feet, maybe 2.
that's not
Maybe.
5.
Maybe. That's all fine. Your road's gonna be shorter because now you have the 90 intersection.
Taking a little bit out of
It's gonna
it.
make
Yeah, you're not,
it's gonna compound everything,
you might take a couple feet out of it or something.
right? Instead of 5, it might be 3. What's the board think?
I don't like that intersection.
I don't like the intersection either. I don't like much of anything about it. I don't like the intersection at all.
I mean, I'm all for letting, move 20 feet closer. Jennifer Lane's not a real busy road. There's, I think less than 10 houses down there.
Yeah, you don't ever see anybody come out of there, it's not a big deal.
I think this road's gonna be way busier than Jennifer Lane. Then where the button the tangents there, I mean, if people are doing 20 miles an hour at that point, I'd be surprised.
Right.
You're not, they're not two big curves either, they're pretty, one's almost nothing.
I don't have a problem with the reverse curve to get to 90 degrees.
So especially at an intersection.
Right, especially at that, especially on River Road.
If it was in the middle of a long, stretch with it's 35 mile an hour speed limit, people do 30, that's a different story, but that's not what we got here.
And that was probably the intent of the ordinance, is you don't wanna have that, but in an intersection, I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, it's the situation of River Road is just happened. We're all aware of that.
And it's narrow for the traffic that's on the other
Yeah,
side.
that's what I was thinking.
But they don't want it, I don't know how close to Jennifer Lane do we get?
He's asked for the waiver,
Somebody's walking.
there's no minimum,
You gotta go
Oh, yeah.
around.
because we don't know yet.
Yeah.
That's another story.
You actually, do you have, Pat, you actually write those down, those waivers?
Yes, I already have. Well, I've got a couple of them.
Submit, like officially submit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oops, I'm sorry. Go grab a pen.
I have it.
Oh, of course.
Grab this.
These aren't deep enough, right?
So we're looking at reverse curve, 150-foot separation. And the
Sorry.
K value. Two waivers there, approved, right?
Are you gonna put a restriction on the center line? I'm just looking at this, that what I might do is to square it off a little bit more, bring the entrance closer to the property line and put the cistern on the opposite side of the road.
That's what I was thinking too, but I don't, that's what I was saying, we're gonna be tight with that.
It just gives us more room. And then we could flow the water right off the cistern and into the detention pond if we're high enough.
If you put your PC back at your head wall, around 150 or something like that, when then went more nice, it might float a lot better. Might, I don't know.
So we got
Your
no
water from
minimum
the cistern
center line,
pad's not
center
draining
line
across the
distance
road either,
between
it's running
roads.
off the road.
Well, you put the system on the other side.
And
that's all.
tangent,
exactly.
no tangent between reverse curves.
Portland Estates is that way.
Hmm?
Portland is that way. They've got the cistern here, and then that, all that.
Right, so that whole pad
I don't know if
drains
it's
that
say
way.
the first curve or entrance.
And what was the third one?
Well, that was the SAG, which is already in, that was the only new ones, I
SAG.
believe.
Right there, dummy, 50 feet.
SAG's already there.
Yeah.
How about say SAG, though, change that? What did you ask for?
They said 25 mile per hour. To meet ASHTO designed for 25 mile per hour, and ASHTO
Minimum
AA,
SAG?
That
Yep.
Jennifer Lane?
Minimum
SAG K value,
K value.
to meet ASHTO regs.
So is that right, you're looking for a waiver to allow a reverse curve, zero tangent?
Yeah, and if we don't go zero, that's fine, but if we had zero,
We'll use zero.
For 20?
25 miles per hour.
So you're looking at a reverse curve with zero tangent. You're looking for less than 150-foot separation.
1, 2, 3.
Try to get that closer to Jennifer Lane. And you're obviously gonna be at least 70 feet. Just because of where the property line is. And you're looking for a K value that would be
For 25 mile per hour.
25 miles. Right.
So I did this.
K value of 26 or greater. Request following waivers for the following: no minimum center line distance between roads, no tangent between reverse curves, minimum K value to meet ASHTO regs for 25 miles per hour. And I guess that's your signature. It's better than mine. What's the board think?
I'd rather do that than this.
The least of my worries is putting the two roads closer together, because there's not enough traffic there to make that a problem. So that's an easy one, but,
Yeah, there's 7 houses for Jennifer Lane.
yeah.
Oh, 7? So got 2.5 more times that. ASHTO has 2 A's, by the way. Association. Mr. Pastor Bill, thoughts, concerns?
think you solved that problem.
We're still going to try to get 2%, negative 2% from the edge of pavement for roughly 50 feet.
Yep.
That's not a waiver, so it's not mentioned here. I just wanted to make sure we're all aware of that. Is that a motion?
Yes,
You want to do papers, read the motion?
sure. I'll do these. So these three and these two, right? All at the same time?
Just the yellow one.
Just the yellow, they're on there.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the waivers for AMS properties. Right. The three following waivers, no minimum to allow no minimum center line distance between roads. The second one is to allow no tangent length between reverse curves. And the third one is to allow a minimum sag cave value not to meet actual regs for 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. Speed.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion, I want to add one thing. We say that zero minimum reverse, zero tangent between reverse curves is only at
Only-
entrance in the first 150
Would-
feet, so you don't do that up here?
They caught us, Russ.
Yeah, within the first 150 feet of the road. Yeah. Off River Road,
Yes.
before station 150.
Actually, you just say 2 + 0, 0.
Okay.
You might want to back up to 180 or something, I don't know. But just to.
Okay. Between station
You
00
don't
and,
want it up here, 4 + 50 or 5 + 0, 0.
between station 00 and 2 + 00.
That's okay with the motion in the second for the revision? Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? You got your waivers, we're gaining. I had a question, I put it on the desk.
I would like to talk about the open space.
Chuck wants to talk about the open space, that was my question actually. But go ahead.
All right, we've had real problems identifying open space. You can, in the amount of pins in there, I don't know what they'd be, but it would be, how are you gonna identify that open space thing on the lot? Because it gets lost quick. Then the lot owners are doing whatever they can, and,
I might be able to answer your question. We changed the regulation so that these back monuments have to be set and the open space line has to be blazed and painted prior to the plan being signed.
Glazed was what I was gonna suggest, so, yeah.
Pardon me?
Glazed is what I was gonna suggest.
And the pins have to be set.
Yeah.
well, the other one thing was, down in the, lower left, what is, that's the
Southwest corner.
southwest corner. A real narrow section of open right here.
Yeah, behind Curtis's
I mean, you just get rid of that, and that's the lot. There's no vetting.
The back of lots 15 and 14.
and, yeah, 14, 15.
I think the idea was just to maintain a distance between the lots and the perimeter and to also provide a secondary access. Because the road is going to be right there too, so that'd be another way to hike into the open space,
Theoretically walk this way.
like a loop.
Where's the road?
Right here.
I mean, it doesn't go through, it doesn't go around through the space.
No, but you could park here and walk.
Oh,
this way.
I see.
Park here, grab your gun and go deer hunting.
Okay. Well, I was concerned about it being, identified.
The back line of the town's property and the Curtis property, that's a stone wall.
Yep.
That's pretty
Did you consider trying to find an organization that would take ownership of this? Or is it just automatically the town?
Of the open space,
The town's not gonna want it.
the town doesn't want it.
So we have to find a,
The town doesn't want ownership.
I think we had thought before, we talked about homeowners association.
Yes, homeowner association would own, well, the homeowner association would own the open space, and the town would have an easement on the open space.
Yep.
So we're gonna need homeowner docs to get reviewed by the town council also.
Yeah, because everybody's gonna own 1/18 of the open space.
I would prefer it be a homeowner association rather than part of the deed to the lot. So each lot is.
Yeah, no, I'm talking,
Technically, yes.
for tax for assessing purposes, for taxes,
Yes.
they add the value of the open space and divide it by the 18 and add it onto everybody's, yeah.
Correct. When you blaze and paint the back of the lots, you also realize you need to blaze and paint the. Make sure we're all on the same page.
what are they painting?
Where are they painted?
What are they painting?
Blazes on the trees.
Blazes on trees.
So typically it's like a blaze about the size of my hand and we paint it red and,
But who maintains those in 15 years from the back?
Conservation Commission.
Oh, great. They don't have enough to do already.
We're done, right?
Sorry, right? Yeah, but it's close to you though. It's close to us. I can walk there.
That'll be good.
Walk there.
It'll really be you, right?
Right, you get a lot of use out of it.
Exercise.
You have to get all-terrain wheelchair.
You can have a
I don't
road
think you're
come
allowed to
around
go
here.
vehicles in the open space.
No, you can't.
Wheelchairs don't count.
Okay, so right now we've gotta get town council to agree about, or
what to do about that
what
piece,
to do
yeah.
about the town line. You guys need to work in this center line thing. We got Steve Keach to review the comments he just got.
Yep.
Do we just wanna, like, send Steve a note saying not to review those until he gets this done, so we can do it all at once?
Well, I was at least gonna send him an email saying that we granted the waiver to allow this, and this, so he hasn't said something different's gonna happen at the intersection.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause my plans, it won't really affect the subdivision part of it, and the comments we've sent back, he'll see it, yeah, we did all the things you asked for and all the things that he asked Anthony to do, but
Right.
we have some additions.
There's a little revision.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will get town council to review that RSA. We need to get homeowners docs from you guys.
Okay.
Homeowner association documents to get reviewed by the town council. You guys get to work in the intersection, we need Steve Keats to review his stuff again, and we'll assume we're ready to roll now. So, first, before you go, I need to open it to the public. Anybody from the public like to speak? Oh, wow, okay. Seeing nothing, I close the public comment. We meet in December once, is that correct?
December 11th.
So would you be able to,
I think we can finish our stuff, the homeowners docs and all that, as long as town council is able to come up with an idea.
I would hope in a week, I hope in a month you can come up with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that work with Wood? Continue to December 11th?
Yes.
You making, nod your head, making a motion, right? Is that what you did?
Okay, yeah, I make a motion, we continue this to December 11th.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained? See you in a month.
All right, thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the subdivision for John and Tammy Nelson on Huntington Hill Road.
I'm gonna do some selfies.
Tax map 406, lot 65.11.
John and Tammy, this is you guys, then John. John?
Look at this.
Be cooler than in there.
Do you have an application?
I didn't give you a folder. I didn't give any folders. Oh, yeah? Oh, one more thing. Oh, there's two already gone. No, they didn't use them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that yellow. I couldn't make copies of that last one. Thank you.
Before I lose it, you got this in there? Yes, you have it. Okay. It says pending on the proposed walls.
On the what?
We're going here.
What do you, tell you what?
On the checklist, it says pending proposed wells with radii.
Oh, it's up on the other side of the road. It's at home. I do have fresh plans. We got something we need to talk about anyway before we get too deep into it.
It appears that everything is here. You want to take a look? The bill, let's take a look. Any wetlands?
Not, we kind of relied on the previous subdivision. It didn't show any on there. It was done in 2000, whenever.
That's one of the questions conservation has, if you don't have any wetland regulations to go by.
2005, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we've got an issue there.
2004. I know we have an issue.
Okay.
That's why I looked up over my glass like,
Yep,
I caught the issue.
okay.
But first, I think we can probably accept this as complete. So everybody's looking at that, you're basically making this part of this, these two one lot, and that's a separate lot then?
Well, it's currently one lot on both sides of the Huntington Hill. And what we're doing is creating a new lot using frontage off the Roosevelt Drive for the frontage requirement. But we were short on our frontage. We got bias, not our frontage, excuse me, our acreage. But we have a solution to that so we can fix it and come back.
You good with that?
You good with that? Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Move the application complete.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, your application's been deemed complete. Go ahead with your, sir.
My issues that we're shortage on acreage. What we're looking to do is create a new lot, kind of move some things around here. We got a, lot 6511 is on both sides of Huntington Hill Road. It was kind of a leftover tract of land, just shy of 20 acres. And what the Nelsons are doing is that they want to downsize from their house into a new house up on Huntington Hill, and separate this bottom portion of the land for one of their children later on. So we're using the frontage on Roosevelt Drive, 50 feet, but, and it was kind of brought to our attention, it kind of slipped by all of us, is that we only have 8.9 acres. We need 10 acres to create a lot with only 50 feet of frontage. So what the Nelsons would like to do is to basically add the next lot to the west to it. It's 65.10, it's 2.8 acres or so. Add it to the lot that we're proposing frontage on Roosevelt Drive. That'll kick the acreage back up over 10 acres for that, satisfy that need. At this point, it becomes a lot line adjustment. It's not really a subdivision anymore. We're going in with 2 lots, coming out with 2 lots. And their goal in the end is to build a new home up next to the existing home. As retirement, a little easier to get around in.
Can we back up a sec?
Sure.
So Nelson's own this lot and this lot,
They own everything.
but it's 2 lots.
2 lots, correct.
And you wanna move this lot line somewhere.
Well, what we'll do is we'll
Eliminate that lot.
eliminate that lot, really, absorb it.
Just taking this lot.
But we'll still have a lot number.
So
It'll just-
this will become one lot.
That will be just the one lot,
And you have
correct?
this lot and this,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And this lot is 4.493 acres,
Nope, it's attached to the lot across the way.
so that's all one lot.
Yeah, that gets 10.19 acres. Yeah,
Now I understand.
yeah, it kind
So
of threw me a bit.
so you're doing a lot line adjustment to make this part of 6510.
Yeah.
6511 is still this.
Correct.
But you have to steal a little bit of this to get your 10 acres.
No, what we're gonna do is,
No.
we're taking the abutting lot to the west. It's 2.6 acres, I think.
Part of this. And this is 10 acres.
Well, that might solve your other problem too.
Right. Yeah.
What's the other problem?
He's creating a lot with no frontage.
Right.
Well, we do have frontage, we're on,
It's a class 6 road though.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was looking at
Okay.
my glass that you go, an issue. That was my issue. I didn't see the 10 acre one. Okay.
So that simplifies it then.
It becomes a lot line adjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to notify the abutters from the other piece.
Yeah, we'll have to increase the
Did
application.
they notify and withdraw this application?
Yeah, because it's no longer a subdivision, right? Yeah, we'll be coming back
I
with it.
think we could probably waive your application fee for the lot line adjustment though, since I think that would be, we've done that in the past before.
All right, we appreciate it.
Something simple like this, if the board agrees, of course. So, I guess the question is, we do have comments from the Conservation Commission, are there any wetlands?
We'll revisit that.
Like you said, you kinda copied this from the 2005 or 6, whatever it was, plan.
Yeah, but we'll, we can have somebody walk it and take a look at it. It's kind of unusual to have 20 acres without any wetlands.
But do we have to have a concern now that it's not a subdivision anymore? It's just a lot line adjustment, doesn't change anything, does it?
Nope. Well, I think we ought to be certain that 6511 is buildable. Although, but the topo is gonna be, it's all gonna be a flat swamp, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We're looking at putting the building pockets actually part of the field where their cows hang out.
You live with the cows?
They're gonna be probably on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
They're pretty wide.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, for lot line adjustments, we typically waive the wetlands anyway.
And being that much acreage, you're gonna find somewhere on
You
it.
know, 10 acres, you should be able to find someplace to get off the road and build a house. So you're gonna withdraw? Is that what you said?
I think that's probably the best thing, and we'll just reapply as a lot line adjustment.
You need that in writing, Marissa? Okay. Sure. I think she already did make
I already did, yep.
Good? Good? Cool, thank you. Got something else on the agenda?
We have a conditional use permit,
Okay.
then we have a couple roads.
I've got them. Do you want me to stay for Al's Way?
Probably.
Okay.
Just in case of the
Sure.
straight.
No,
Save all that.
Couple copies here, have a copy.
same neighborhood, same neighborhood.
Yeah, I noticed that, and it was on Huntington.
It's your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
So we've got a conditional use permit for, yeah, thank you. Matthew Martello, Center of Attack on 408 on 61. For a driveway grade. Thank you.
All the side this way. You know, surveyed the other day.
Are these the same?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Do you want everybody?
He shows 20%.
There we go.
Yeah, when we went out to survey, so, first, when we took the estimate, I had a truck and it has a degrees on it, so it was showing, I forget what it was, 11 degrees, which is right around 17%. When we went out there and took the survey points up the road, because it's an existing logging road that was there, and that's what we're trying to reuse for the driveway.
16, 19, 20, 19?
Yeah, before the street, we have the 3% downgrade away from the street, and then it's at 10% for a little ways, and then it starts to climb up. We drop down the top of the driveway a few feet, but we really can't take it down much more. To get a 10% grade, we'd have to drop it 15 feet.
I just find it comical, because our driveway is around 10% grade,
Yeah.
and we pretty much crash 2 or 3 times every winter.
See, I have a house up in Conway. I have a 30% grade for 400 feet.
Yeah, well, I just make people aware that
Oh, yeah. No, I've had this house for 20 years now, and I'm aware, plowing it, I lost plow drivers and everything else.
You get that T-shaped thing, is that? but
That's
this-
at the top. We provided plans.
It's not intended for another lot, though, that's just,
No, it's just to back out and go down the driveway, so you don't have to back down the driveway.
okay. Just
And that was preferred on the driveway plan to have a turnaround or a turnout.
Yeah, just clarifying that, that's all.
Yeah.
This is the where, how do I describe this? On this side from Perkins Pond, this side. No. If you drive by Perkins, if you come from Deering, you drive by Perkins Pond, this is on the left.
Yep.
Where they had
Yep.
a big pile of gravel blocking the road for a while.
Yep.
Where they timbered like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yep.
Okay.
And I really can't do a S or cutbacks because it's 2 big mountains on either side.
So we've got this brand new checklist that somebody made, which is awesome. We've got waivers for, I assume that's what the W stands for. Tax map reference of others, et cetera, scale, although we have a scale on that plan. North arrow, I don't see a north arrow. Stormwater management plan, encroaching into wetlands as applicable, if that's the waiver. He does have a driveway permit, by the way, I saw that. Construction details, compliance, et cetera.
And we also had the fire chief out there take a look at it, and he didn't have a problem with it.
That's not quite what I read, but okay.
Oh, 'cause I was told,
From what he told me, he just wanted us to sign a waiver that they're not liable,
Right.
but other than that.
20% is pretty steep, though.
Well, you get a running start, right?
Yeah, got a running start and it's straight.
Yeah.
Well, it's on a curve to be suicide.
Or if it was like 15-20% right off the main road, then we do. But as long as it levels out near the road, I'd say it's at your own peril, because I have perils every winter, so if I can have them, everybody else can have them.
Didn't we ask for waivers? for Similar driveways? For fire and rescue, I can't remember.
Did we get anything in writing from the fire chief?
Yeah, I gave it to you.
That's what I thought. Wonder where I put it.
We read that.
Let me see if I gave
Yeah,
it
there
back
it
to
is.
me.
We found it.
Oh, you
Don't
got
worry.
it,
We
okay.
got it. I knew I read it. His email says, I spoke to Matt Martell, I know Mark Martell, sorry, on his driveway 149, looking at the driveway, the final approach to the house lot is very steep. I had a discussion with Mr. Martell and advised him that he would have to sign a waiver for the property as it is unknown if a fire truck or ambulance would be able to make the swing or the grade, especially in bad weather. He is aware he will have to sign paperwork that will be attached to his deed. Please feel free to contact me with questions. I'd like to walk up there, to be honest with you. I don't know about everybody else. I mean, I believe you can't make an S out of it, but
Yeah,
I'd just like to see it for myself. I drive by it quite often, but I don't get out and walk up the hill.
Just say there's an existing roadway now.
it's a logging road that they used, but yeah, it's the only way in there. And then if we try to bring the grade down, it's all blasting and everything else, and
I just know in the past, we had a couple people come in with, I don't know, about 20%, but pretty steep driveways, and we went out and looked at it and thought they could do something a little better.
It's a lot less
One was your
scary though
butter.
when you're sliding down there.
One was
and
your
you're
butter.
flying in a straight line as it is in the
S
Most
curve.
of the time when you come in here and you go like crazy, go up the hill, and you're right here, and all of a sudden you start sliding backwards, it's pretty scary.
It is.
I've done it. It is scary. But it's-
I've slid down, I have a skid steer, the snow blow on my driveway up north, and I've slid down on the skid steer, I slid down in
Oh, yeah.
my wife's car backwards and spun a circle in the middle of the driveway to come out.
It's scary.
As long as, if you keep up with your snow, and I don't live up there, that's the main problem, is I go up there on weekends, so the snow's been sitting there and iced up.
If you go out this weekend, I can do it.
Pardon me?
If we go out this weekend, I can do it.
Sidewalks,
Next two weekends after that, I'm not gonna be around. Thanksgiving's sneaking right up in there too.
Deer season is not only sneaking up, it's here. First Saturday in deer season, we got walking something else's property about my rifle.
You can walk over on the rifle. There's deer there, he has 64 acres.
No, I said you didn't need to bring your rifle.
That's true, he didn't say I could bring a rifle. It's close to home, so it wouldn't take long to do it either. I can almost walk there.
Ah, good.
Almost. It would be a long walk. So we wanna do a sidewalk, we wanna do a sidewalk on Saturday?
Yeah.
What time?
I don't know. 9?
I can't be there.
Ten?
I have a funeral in the morning, so if you wanna go in the afternoon, I can be there at 2 o'clock.
sidewalk up there with the way your hip is hurting?
No, I'm gonna get that wheelchair.
Ah, I can bring my little amphibious thing that I use on silk fence.
This will borrow my grandson's wheelchair.
I could
It's
bring-
not a finished road because we don't have the permit yet. So it's still a little bit of rocky and bumpy.
Bring my ATV,
Huh?
bring my ATV.
Walking's not even bad.
So, whatever you wanna do.
Can you, do you wanna go?
I don't have to go. If you want me there, I can't go until the afternoon.
Put in, Bruce.
That's fine, two's nice and warm that time of day.
2 o'clock it is.
Deer Hubbard, you know, bunkered down at that point though.
Give me time to get back to my deer stand by 4.
Yeah,
Okay, so we have a site walk at 2 o'clock Saturday. There's kind of enough room to get off the road right in there somewhere.
Yeah, he has a, you can pull in his driveway and there's a little pull off that you can pull into too.
is there like an address there? Is it-
No, there's no address yet because he doesn't have a house there
Yeah,
yet.
I know. I just thought I'd
You
ask.
know where it is?
Yeah, I do.
I know where it is. You know where it is?
I think I do.
Okay. You go past the Suns Park, but look to your right.
We'll put a couple, pink ribbons on the,
Well, my favorite color.
So you have to pay that too, huh?
the entrance you have to pave per your driveway permit. And per the DOT.
The first 25 feet or whatever it is?
Yeah, whatever. Right there it shows 8, but that's what yours is 8 feet, but theirs might be 25.
I think that one should pave the right of way, right? That's one. No, you're good. Any other questions or comments? So can we? If we decide he's all right, can we make the decision at the site walk, or do we have to have him back here in December?
Assuming,
Quorum.
Right, well, we
He's
have
gonna
3
post
people.
it in the morning, so it's 24 hours ahead, but if you have a quorum, you can make a decision. Somebody's gotta take minutes and get it to us.
Okay. Good thing we moved it to 2 o'clock. And we have a quorum. Oh. Last meeting, we didn't have a quorum. Last meeting wasn't a meeting. Okay,
You don't want that?
Yeah, I'll keep
so
it
we
set.
basically are continuing this until Saturday at 2 o'clock.
And then at that time you can have a quorum. Because we're trying to, whether or not we build the house and get the footings in before frost.
Before that, I need to open it up to the public. Anybody from the public want to speak?
Field, you anything?
Nope, seeing none. Close for public comment. And basically, we continue until Saturday
Saturday at 2.
at 2.
I won't be able to make it, you got,
You're gonna be in your deer stand.
Craig, you have to make that motion.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
I was trying to get a motion out of that.
Yeah, so I was gonna make a motion that we continue this to Saturday, whatever the date
2
of
o'clock.
Saturday is,
Or 2 p.m.
15.
15th,
At 2 o'clock.
at 2 o'clock.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Discussion, Chuck can't make it, FYI.
If for some reason you don't have a quorum, so one of you can call me.
You can go anywhere.
I know I can go, but I'll
Sorry, listen.
go unless I have to go.
Deer season. See the honeydew.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained?
Okay.
See you
See you
Saturday.
Saturday.
you.
He just doesn't know if it's exercise or work.
I missed Al's drive because I had to go to an auction, I had to.
Hey, Will, you-
We have a couple road
Yeah.
issues to talk about.
Yeah, Will's here too. Will and, you just hopped on the line.
Oh, yeah.
According to this, Cortland Drive is the first one on the agenda.
Okay. Tim then.
C comes before A, you didn't know that?
Yeah, well, the technology.
We had the site walk, we said we needed as-built surveyor certification of boundary set and the patch, and the center line patch.
DPW.
All been done.
Which we got an email from the DPW saying the patch is done. I got an email from Steve Keach with a surveyor certification. And I got an email from Steve Keach with the as-built just the other day. So those 3 things have been done.
Do you guys have
Basically,
copies of the as-bills? I have them right here if you want them.
She needs them.
Yeah, they did, I gave them, I passed them along, thank you.
So basically, we make a recommendation to the selectmen to accept the road.
Make a recommendation, we accept Cortland
No.
Drive?
No, you have to make the recommendation to the board, and the board has
Yes,
to.
I was gonna get to that.
Okay.
Is it Ave or Drive?
Ave.
Now,
Make a recommendation to the select board that we accept Cortland Ave as a town road.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Nope. Yeah. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Abstain? Okay. You're good.
So what happens next?
So I have to put you on a selectmen's agenda, which won't happen until maybe the 1st of December though,
Okay,
just because of timing.
okay,
But we
Okay.
can stay in touch.
Okay.
Actually, partially in touch. I'm not working after November 30th, I'm retiring, so.
okay,
But
Okay.
Melissa and I have we can have that conversation.
okay.
Yeah.
What about the bond?
Have you gone through bills?
Yes.
You got
Yeah.
through that?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we swap an email? I'm not here tomorrow, but
Okay,
we can
Monday.
talk next week.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank
We'll
you.
work through that.
Okay.
Second one is Alice Drive and Mr. Shock.
Okay.
You're in a hurry, weren't you?
No, never. We didn't talk about anything, are we good, or we had the site walk on Saturday?
Considering nobody was at the site walk except for the 3 of you, me and Bucky, Bruce. Can you show us the plan? Just so we can at least see
Sure,
what-
yeah, I got 3 copies of it.
Wait, that'll be enough.
What we did is we went out and located it, surveyed it, and Preston put it back in the original alignment that it was in. We did our best to determine the right-of-way coming up through there, set monuments on it, and defined it. So now we have a point where we can record a Mylar and document the road location.
The reason for recording the Mylar is basically because this thing was done in 3 subdivisions,
At least 3, maybe more.
Maybe 4.
maybe 4.
Yeah.
And the road is a little bit longer, correct?
I think we're probably a little bit longer now, when we throw the turnaround in it.
Right.
Yeah.
The end is different.
Yeah. It was never really finalized, just kind of what was left hanging out there. So we'll just be recording that front sheet, and the rest of it's just really just shows the grade and the structures that are out there.
And these all the numbers, you saw all the numbers were set. Road looks nice, actually. I think you did a nice job.
Did you sidewalk it before during ice cream season?
No.
That was a quick no.
Our first pre-construction site walk was on a Monday, so ice cream stand was closed, so Lisa couldn't be there.
Bunch of us
Then we do a site walk in November when the ice cream stand's closed again.
You saw it once. Did you? I'll go there.
We'll make a special trip out there next summer for ice cream. Anyway,
Oh, so I did put a signature box on, it just says no action taken, just.
comments from the board.
We get the, is there a bond for a maintenance bond? Is that,
It will be. That's at your level. It's like he asked about, because you guys need a bond
Yeah.
when you, for Cortland, so.
has it been,
Steve Keach has already put a bond.
he's got
number.
to determine the amount?
He has.
Okay.
So you're gonna record the Mylar after the bond is placed.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen until after it's accepted anyway, yes. Which is scheduled for Monday night.
So when we sign the Mylar Tuesday morning, or Wednesday morning.
One day I'm here. Only a couple left.
So do we have a motion?
We recommend to the select board the acceptance of Al's Drive as a town road
And to approve this plan?
and to approve this plan.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Chuck's gonna abstain. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, no? Chuck's gonna abstain, he's not here.
So I'll leave the Mylar with Naomi.
Yeah, we'll keep those for Monday night.
Thank you, sir.
Great, thank you guys. For what, for maintaining the road for a certain amount of time?
2 years. Side slip, slough along.
Totally forgot, I know, I totally forgot about that whole 10 acre.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too. Happy Thanksgiving. Of course, I'll be around.
Till the time before the town accepts the rest, 2 years. So he was already actually paid 5 years ago, something like that.
Give this to somebody. Craig?
What's that?
I'll hang on to it for Saturday.
Somebody's application.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, but he's got a copy that's a copy.
Am I taking the lead on this?
Sure.
So I started it last time. I gave you guys all the solar.
Yep.
And I gave you one of these, but at the top of it had the other date on it. I just changed the date because I added a couple things. So this one, I did not provide you a new solar ordinance. Because I handed you that one too.
Correct.
And Craig is gonna talk about wetlands because he went to the conservation last night. So I'll just do, Neil, you want one?
Oh, thank you.
Yep. I'm just gonna start at the third bullet, because Craig's getting his stuff together. So I think we talked about, because of Senate Bill 281, effective July 1st of 26, 1711, we could simply just take out the word no, and building permits for new homes shall be issued on Class 6 and add pursuant to RSA 67441. So if the state reps want to continue to change and modify 67441, you won't have to continue to change your Article 1711. That was the first one. Then I provided you with some definitions that were given to us from the Municipal Association that should go into Article 4, and they have to do with the new ADU laws that came into effect this July. I'm not going to read them all. Then the last one, I'm sorry.
You don't have to read them all, but I have to.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna tell you, I mean, I did it in bold, I think. So the amendment next, and I haven't numbered any of them. The junkyard one came from the, you asked about zoning. So there was a junkyard provision that he found that he would like to add, because we do get complaints a lot of times. And I'll be honest with you, I think you're gonna see more and more of it with probably no inspections, so,
So
yes, sir.
does this really address the concern?
It gives
This
him
is
something, right
suggesting-
now, there's nothing.
Right, but this is suggesting that in order to, if they have a license to do this, and they're purposing to have a junkyard, that's what this addresses.
Right, and that goes through
But
the
it doesn't-
selectmen.
Pardon me?
You can go through the selectmen to get a junkyard license.
Right, but it doesn't pertain to someone who just happens to have 3 extra cars and they're not operating a junkyard. So
Yeah, no,
if
I know what
we
you're
look at a
saying.
couple properties off the top of our
That's
heads,
what we
one's
got.
not that far from here,
Right,
okay? I don't believe he's operating as a junkyard. He's just accumulating stuff.
okay.
So if the issue that Steve was confronted with is how do you address people accumulating stuff?
And that's what that's what we need to address.
Right, that's what I think we need to, I think this needs to be in there because it's not there,
Right,
but there also needs to be,
something else added.
in addition to this, to identify what is normative.
And it's usually two or more unregistered.
So, right,
The problem is we live in a rural area, and if it gets a little bit out of hand, there's a place right down the street from where I am,
Well,
gets a little out of hand, but who cares?
well, it's easy for you to say who cares, but it's the neighbors that call here,
Yeah, I know,
and then
but
we have no
neighbors complain
teeth.
about everything everywhere. That's the
But
problem.
we've got another place in town that's bringing home vehicles and taking 3 vehicles to make one, and then leave all the junk there. And that's what the neighbor didn't buy into when they were there.
right.
So we just need to do something. We did have somebody go and register all these old cars, because you don't have to inspect them anymore, right? So they just go register them for minimal money, and they're registered, so they're compliant.
Right.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword in some places, but it's the resident that has this all happening next door that does care, that calls us,
True.
so.
But then there's also residents who just drive around looking for
Absolutely, there's all kinds, makes the world go around, right? There's all kinds of people.
Can the ordinance say
There are other issues.
not visible from the road or a butter's property, so.
Well, you guys can tweak it, but we did talk about this, so I appreciate what Bill said. It doesn't do probably what we're looking for, it just,
Why not? We have an ordinance saying no junkyards allowed.
okay.
Junkyards shall not be permitted in any.
Do you have a definition of junkyard? I don't think you do.
No, we
I
don't.
think that's why we were gonna add
That's why we
this.
have a definition.
We were gonna add this as a definition.
My point is, it doesn't matter if it's visual or not, any junkyard, you're gonna have gasoline and oil and radiator fluid and all kind of stuff, antifreeze, et cetera. Possibly leaking into the water.
That was grandfather.
That was the other issue.
So the idea was to add this to the definition, you're right, the zoning doesn't, but,
Yeah, or-
this is what he found at another town. I don't remember which town that he took it from.
I'm in favor of adding the definition. I think we,
But 3.9 says we can't have any junkyard anyway.
Yeah, but this defines what that junkyard is.
Right, this divides the
Well, a
junkyard.
junkyard is usually somebody that's doing something for money.
correct.
So you've got a guy that just likes to hoard.
No, a
It
junkyard
becomes
is,
a
a
junkyard.
junkyard is storing two or more vehicles.
Right. See, we don't have a definition, that's part of the problem.
And there is a concern, people take these things apart and all the gas and the radiator and all that
Yeah,
stuff falls on the ground and it's.
Wait for the price of whatever to go up so they can go take it somewhere. So it's just the addition, but I hear you. But it would give him a little bit
Just
more,
to get started.
it would get a place to get started, to put a definition in there. We don't have a definition.
But I could have a yard full of old vehicles, I don't want a junkyard, right? So it's,
Right.
it's not deemed a junkyard, I'd have to apply.
Oh, yeah, and they're not allowed. In your zoning, junkyards are not allowed, right.
Well,
So it doesn't solve any problem, does it?
Well, if you've got unregistered vehicles,
You got more than 2.
if you got more than 2, because this is adding a definition, we don't have a
If you have more than
definition
2, then it's a
today.
junkyard. Junkyard's not allowed, so you can't have more than 2.
Next, what's a motor vehicle? My ATV?
yep,
As defined under 261-104, I don't know what it says.
Good point.
And controlled under 236-126, where they're stored and deposited in blocks of 2 or more.
We aren't gonna find it in our book probably, are we?
2, it might not be, you might not have motor vehicle one, I bet you
We
don't.
don't.
Nope.
All right, so we'll have to pull your phone up.
Oh, that's why it skips, huh?
It goes from 236.
Yes, because you only got land use regulations, you don't have
I
a,
was wondering why it skipped, that's very confusing.
so this is early, I mean, I think there's a little more tweaking to do. This is
I'm
kind
curious
of,
what the definition of a motor vehicle.
well, I'll find it in a minute.
is. Like I said, if I have 2 unregistered
Yep.
ATVs, my junkyard, 3.
While you're doing your wetlands, I'll look it up for you.
That's the deal.
Okay. And the other one's amendments, my suggestion was, this is me, is because ADUs are no longer required with this conditional use permit, I mean, a conditional use so I think we need to add a new article for ADUs. It is not as clean as I'd like it, but I need you guys to as well. Those were kind of our parameters. But we can also search, I don't know if any other communities has put together a new ordinance for the new regulations for the ADUs. But you, at the same time, when you flip the page over, don't look puzzled, And you need to delete 19.110 through 19.110.8. Because that's under your special exception section, and it removes that part, because they're no longer needing a special exception, the state signed a law. So, we can try to find more wording on a new amendment, because we're not the only town that's doing this, so.
What happened to your size?
Keep going.
It's on page 3.
Yeah,
Can you have 2 bedrooms in an ADU?
yes.
You can.
Yes. So the maximum and minimum is on page 3. A minimum is 750 and a maximum is 950, but again, you have to decide. You can leave it at 750 if you want, or you can go up to 950 because the state law allows you. But that section, I think we need to find and maybe not reinvent the wheel, but find a community that's maybe already done it.
So how does it work with other communities that are up to 1,000 or 1,200?
They did that by their ordinance. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that Bedford does 2,000 square feet for an ADU.
Yeah.
So we could go to that if we wanted to.
If you want to, but that's gonna be a little,
No, I'm just asking.
yeah,
that
you
just for
can.
the
You can
sake of
put your,
asking.
you
I'm
can
not-
put your, as long as it
You could, but I
passes.
mean, I'm,
The minimum has to be 750.
Yeah.
right.
The maximum we can adjust.
The maximum you go to town vote to adjust. But the state law that was signed in says minimum of 750, maximum 950.
And right now, we're at 750.
Right now, we're at
Yeah.
750.
So we need to work with that, and I'm gonna flip over one more, and there's an amendment you all are aware of when you saw the Winter Road one per the, council's letter on 3744. We were to correct the private road clarification, and we were doing unless otherwise approved by the planning board, so we added that section. I have one more on the bottom that Melissa has dealt with a lot, her and Cam and Steve in that office is, if you look at 3.5.2, is, now the ADUs are coming to us, but you have to be led in a couple of different ways, because 3.5.2 does not, it just says it shall have at least 50 feet of frontage. Well, you can't add another building on a class 6, so we were guided to go have everybody that doesn't have, like on the private roads, they don't have 50 feet of frontage on a class 5 or better. So that's what we've been guiding them to do, and council wanted us to fix that.
They need a variance, right?
Correct. So
Going to the zoning board for a
they've
variance.
been going to the zoning board. So that's where, if you go back to Winter Road, 3.5.2 came up too. So we added that one. I did it in handwriting because I had already typed these up.
So none of the RSAs talk about or define what a motor vehicle
Okay,
is.
there we go. He looked it up.
Yeah.
So it could be my riding lawnmower, my ATV.
Could be.
I have 2 ATVs and a riding
So,
lawnmower.
so 26104 talks about registrations
Oh, okay.
and what is involved in, or who can issue registrations. 236-126 basically tells dealerships that they have to get rid of cars that aren't functioning and registered.
They
Which
go to the
refers
auction.
over to 236-112, which is a junkyard.
But I think, Craig, back to your point, the zoning ordinance doesn't allow the junkyards, but we don't have a definition of how to define it. So that's kind of where we were going.
I'm just wondering about the 2
Yeah.
unregistered vehicles. I have 2 ATVs and a lawnmower. Am I a junkyard?
Don't know. Put them inside,
Well, thing is,
put them in your garage.
All my loaders and heavy equipment have
So-
motors in it.
But I think what Ray was getting at, though, so what Ray was getting at was more your big dealers that, because it says motor vehicle dealer registered with motor vehicles. So I think you're looking at the bigger, but, you're looking at, you know, when you trade in a car and it's got 200,000 miles on it, it doesn't go on their lot, it goes to the auction. You know, so they know to get rid of them. So I think we're looking at kind of two different things, but it gave us at least some definition.
I don't think your ATVs qualify,
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think so either, but I just.
because you can have an ATV and run it on your property without registering.
Yeah, mine is.
As soon as you take it off your property, then you have to have it
Right,
registered.
so I think that's, and those are done through the, off-highway, not on-highway.
Right.
So,
259.6. Motor vehicle shall mean, except where otherwise specified in this title, a self-propelled vehicle not operated exclusively on tracks, including ski area vehicles, is used in RSA 641 relative to municipal permits for registration includes all trailers, semi-trailers defined as herein as travel trailers as determined by the Commissioner of Revenue of Administration. Snowmobiles, mobile homes, electric bikes, mopeds shall not be included. For purposes of financial performance statute, self-railroad do not operate exclusively upon stationary tracks except farm tractors, crawler-type tractors, electric bikes, mopeds.
So-
Snow goes on, because ATV shouldn't be included.
Right.
farm tractors.
How about a boat?
I don't think too many people drive around in boats.
Nothing in here about boats.
So, as, we don't need to go sidetracked, just, it was just a definition because we don't have a
There is
definition.
a definition of motor vehicle in the RSA.
Right, so you wanna add a different emotion,
259:6.
what is it, 259?
259:60.
Okay, we can add that if you wanna add that, cause we don't have a definition of
Motor
motor.
vehicle as defined in 259:6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so at the end of two or more motor vehicles, we can put parentheses as defined, 259, what is it,
Colon 60.
colon,
Twelve and 60?
Yeah.
did you write that one down?
259.
Naomi,
Sure.
Steve is not going to be happy about if this is what passes, because one of the things that he was trying to do with someone who has excavators and all sorts of equipment which you couldn't register
We can,
as a vehicle on the highways, he wanted to do something about that, or he thought that was.
well, this is what he supplied us, Why not?
Then this
Yeah.
is not gonna, this would not prevent that.
Those aren't
person-
motor vehicles.
right,
Sorry?
Those aren't motor vehicles.
Exactly, so
Yeah.
that a person could have a, quote, junkyard, unquote, consisting of construction equipment and would not be in violation. That's what, this, if this
True.
were adopted, that would be the case.
yeah, well, we can make sure that that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
And would you repeat it one more time, cause I didn't bring a pen,
259:60.
25960, okay. And that's a real skeleton of what we need to do. I haven't numbered them any because we need to decide what we're gonna do, because at your next hearing, I'm gonna throw numbers on them if you're gonna move them, and you're gonna start your process, because you have to.
Right, right.
And I'm here to help.
Well, can we just go through what's here that we can say yea and nay on right now?
Please.
So I move we accept the change of language for 1711. Take the word
Taking out
no.
no and adding pursuant to RSA 674:41. Yes.
Correct.
Okay,
I'll second that. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're on a roll.
okay.
Oh, you gonna vote?
Oh, yeah, I have a very low voice.
Oh, okay. We have a low yay from here.
I move that we accept the definitions that deal with ADUs as well as motor vehicle junkyard to be added to our definitions, which I can't remember what,
Article 4.
Article 4.
Do we have a second? Chuck seconded that. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
I think we need a little bit work on the ADU, but we're willing to do the work if you wanna.
Do
We-
we, want-
I-
do we, my question is, do we wanna have a maximum size of 950, or do we wanna leave it at 750?
That's up to you guys.
I know.
Well,
That's what we
for
talked about.
detached, I wanna go to 950 anyway.
Yeah, it needs to be, because it's detached, it needs extra.
It's got,
space
all
for
the utilities gotta be in there, for, you know, you do with
furnace and all.
detached, you can do whatever with the other unit.
So you're gonna go attached at 750, detached at 950?
Let's not make it confusing.
Just
I
asking.
think say just ADU period and is, whether it's detached or attached is 950.
Well, what if it doesn't pass? What happens?
It goes to 750, it's what it's at right now.
750 is what the town currently has if it doesn't pass.
Okay.
Well, you can get a two-bedroom, double wide, that's 860, 870.
Yeah.
What's the other thing, a mobile home would qualify as an ADU?
It has to be permanently attached to the
It
ground.
has to be permanently attached, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
It has to be permanently attached.
Has to be on
Well, if
a,
this passes, it doesn't.
no, it has to be on a concrete pad,
Yeah.
strapped down,
Yeah.
not just on wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand, but somebody could purchase a mobile home
Right.
and set it up, yeah, okay.
Yep.
That would also change, because that would also goes to the rural ag.
It only is allowed in rural ag, we're not changing that one.
You're not changing that.
I'm not requesting, it. Mobile home's not allowed in residential.
Correct.
Well, yeah. ADU is,
Well, the ADU's
ADU
only,
can be in either
either
residential
zone,
or is
but the mobile home definition, the mobile home example
Gotcha.
that you've provided is only allowed in the RA.
Understood.
Yes, not residential.
Gotcha,
But a stick-built is anywhere.
yes. Which is inclusive of a basement,
Mm-hmm.
as long as that doesn't become
It's
living
not, as long as
space.
it's not heated living space, it's
Right,
not.
right.
Oh, square footage, right.
So that needs a little work, but we're willing to, I can look and poke around and see what others have, because there's others that have already probably done some work on a new ordinance, or Southern New Hampshire Planning, I think, didn't they say they had one, a sample?
They had one that.
We did a webinar with them
Yeah.
with the whole ADU, and I think they have a sample, so we can check with them.
We can tweak it.
Yeah.
if people want it.
Okay, so we're gonna still work on that one.
Yeah, but at 950. So do you want to move it forward, but you can alter it, or, because I gotta put numbers to things.
Yes,
We
please.
can alter all.
I move what are we calling that?
It's a new article, so whatever the new article number.
Oh,
For accessory dwelling unit.
yeah, but we gave a number to it already, I thought.
That would be what, 38?
38 is solar, 39.
39? So we're doing 38?
Well, at least the last time we spoke, I put 38 as,
Okay.
38 was solar, and 39 would be this new one?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
yep. So you making the motion?
So I move that we move forward with the new ADU accessory dwelling unit article to be numbered 39 and change the minimum, the maximum, of the size to 950 square feet. And to address the deletion of 19110.
I think you have to do it separately, it's two different articles, yeah. I know, we're moving. We're on the same page.
Tried.
Him and I are on the same page, though.
Discussion? All in favor?
All right,
All right, next.
Move we strike the current language in 19110. Oh, actually, it's 19111, right?
19110 to 19110.8.
Okay, 19110 to 19108.
I second.
Okay.
Discussion? All in favor?
all right.
Is it too loud there, Chuck?
One more.
Two more.
Two.
Great.
Two, both of them actually came out of your town council, the 352 was
Okay.
also part of.
Yes, good.
And this one. So yeah, how many more? 6 more? So move to correct 3744 to add unless otherwise approved by the planning board to that reg under private roads.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't know if this is right, Craig, is it class 5 or better, or is it just class 5? Because what if you're a state highway, or better? Okay.
Could it be a class last two towns.
True, okay, yep.
So amend, Article 3.5.2 to put a parenthesis around on class 5.
And that's gotta be bold. I didn't know how to do bold on pencil.
Oh, that's bold.
You can come over it a couple times, huh?
It's gonna be
Oh, add the
bolded.
parentheses, gotcha. Got it. You needed a Sharpie on
I
it.
did.
Uh,
Probably could have used
To
it.
add,
I could have used this one, I guess.
to add on a class 5 road or better.
Yes.
Very good.
And I second.
Thank you, Ray.
Discussion. Question, why do we need 50 feet of frontage?
On a class 5 road?
Yeah.
Cause to get a building permit, you're on a
Non-conforming lot.
non-conforming lot, it's 50 feet of frontage on a road,
Right.
on a town road.
Why?
Cause how are you gonna get a building permit if you don't have 50 feet of frontage on a town road?
Why do you need 50 feet of frontage?
Why are you arguing?
Cause, why are you arguing?
I'm asking you a question.
Cause it's 9 o'clock and it's 7:13 right now, it's score.
I don't care.
Just thought I'd let you know.
The Packers?
I know, you need your cheese head, so.
I have one at home. Don't worry, I threw it on Sunday, Monday night.
It's
Don't worry.
elsewhere in our zoning ordinance, you need 50
It's
feet of frontage.
it does, and so what happened, so we had an applicant come in, and he had to get, because we did this with Winter Road, and it was one of the variances were for town council's advice. And then we just had someone else do the same thing, and the zoning board was a little confused as to why we got here, different night. And he did a very nice job saying that if you go to 3.5.2, talks about frontage, and if you go to frontage definition in Article 4 talks about 50 feet of on town road. So we just thought we would fix it all in one place, so you don't have to go to two
Why
places.
do we require 50 feet of frontage?
I don't know, I didn't write the ordinance in 1988, so.
The reason I'm asking is because we have cluster subdivisions that don't have 50 feet of frontage.
Yeah,
But
they're
cluster
exempt.
has Article 27. If you're on if you're on a private or class 6
The
road,
reason I would think you need 50 feet of frontage is for access. The reason to have frontage is for access.
right,
So therefore, if you have 50 feet of frontage, you're allowed to have a road, because the road's 50 feet
Right.
wide. Why can't you have a driveway and have 25 feet of frontage?
it's not written that way.
I know that.
I'm
Well,
just
that's
saying,
another
but that was another amendment that Drummond Woodson suggested to us when we were looking at Winter Road, if you remember that.
Yeah.
In that letter that you should have.
I don't remember that.
Okay,
It's a whole different.
I gathered
So we have
that.
we have a motion on the table.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? I was
Just say yes.
All right, so then you just got the top two,
I got a question though, I started writing something down that began with a P.
begin with a P?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
On what section?
After that, there was something else that was supposed to be added here. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways,
Maybe you're gonna make an R.
could be.
P.
I don't want it.
Something with a P?
Yeah, never mind.
All right, so we have solar, and Craig, like I said, went for the replacement article for 28 last night with conservation. So,
So,
I don't know if you guys looked through the solar or not.
I did, but I have a question on, what are we identifying with these zones?
She's not here, I don't know.
I don't know what these zones mean.
I didn't do it either.
Because zones are not something we do have.
I think she suggested that we should maybe, but I don't.
Because in another
9 o'clock.
solar document, there
As
is
promised.
identification of what those zones mean.
Okay.
Okay. What do you got to go?
Because she, in the one copy, Bill, it says create a solar agricultural overlay zone,
Yes.
Yeah,
and that's what we're missing is the zone, right?
yeah, there's other zones on the bottom of page 2. There's system type, zones A, A1, A2, so they're, like, if you go to Amherst, they identify those zones. If you go to even Charlestown and, what's the other town?
What did we use, Charlestown and?
So, Stratum, I think they use those terms, we don't use those terms. So you would have to identify what that meant.
Right. I don't know.
Chuck's leaving?
Chuck said he would leave at 9
So you
o'clock.
leave at 9.
Okay.
Pumpkin time.
I mean,
You need someone to drive you home?
Yeah.
So now Ray is a voting member.
Oh, boy.
I mean, not knowing what the zones are, the worst case, we just say accessory residential solar permitted, small commercial solar, CUP, CUP.
Right.
We just, they're all, the only difference.
Well, we-
is that
Well,
one.
conditional use permit.
Yeah, but the only difference between those two charts is that.
Right, and that's addressed over here.
Right.
But I just don't know, those zones reference what?
That's in there,
Rural
zone.
ag,
I don't know.
village, all our zones, because we don't have any other zones beyond that.
Right.
Well, just about-
Commercial, industrial,
Just about the A's are agricultural, the B is business, the C is, I don't know what the C is. The rest of it-
Commercial.
C is commercial, right? G is.
so that would be just something we'd have to add, or that we'd have to rebrand that.
Right.
What I found, though, when she asks about this rural ag thing, there is,
Where are you?
at the top of page 1, she references the question of adding that. But when I read through it, there was a,
Also, it says Charleston, I see on under definitions.
accessory agricultural solar on page 2 might fit that, I think. Less than 5 acres. Large commercials, no more than 150, but I mean, that, in particular concerning that lot that she references, that is a 7-acre lot, I believe. So technically this, unless you change the acreage to say less than 10, that will safeguard the whole phenomenon dealing with using up all our agricultural land for that.
What section you want to go?
On page 2, the definition of accessory agricultural solar.
You want to change that to 10 acres? From
Less
5
than
to
10.
10?
But I don't know what that, technically that means. If it's,
What does the accessory part imply?
It's one, they use it in conjunction with farming.
Oh,
The farming is the main purpose, the main use, and the accessory use is
so,
solar.
which is what the regenerative
Roots wanted to do.
wanted to do, is to farm
Per acre?
around the,
I don't know what that means.
so is this an address big solar farms?
yeah, commercial solar is the next definition. And you can't, it's less than 5 acres there, but then large commercial solar is not to exceed 150 acres. Or we can say that that's the limit. Take large solar completely out and say the most you can do is 5 acres. Period. Whether it's commercial or accessory. This also talks about the fact that any roof mount thing on someone's house, you still have to have a building permit, but you don't have to go through conditional use permit. Whereas everything else you need. There is a statement there that begins like how, so obviously existing. I can think of 2 properties and they don't fit the bill there, but 2 properties where they have ground-based solar, according to that warrant, that article, you can't have it higher than your house. It has to be lower than your house. So the 2 places I think of still fall under that lower than their house. But one is right out in front, in their front yard, up here, up on Concord Stage. The other one on, I always forget the name, by Steve Flanders' house. Woodbury Road is to the side of the house, but it's still in front or towards the front.
Yeah, he's got
Whereas
one.
this is saying you don't want that in your front yard.
This,
So-
accessory agricultural solar, this says that the solar array can't be more than 5 acres.
Right,
We don't want the solar array more than 5 acres,
no.
so why change it to 10?
Oh, no, I was just just throwing numbers out. I didn't mean to say, I wanted it changed. I just thought,
5 acre solar array is friggin' big.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd rather see that down to
Yeah.
like 2.5 or 2,
yeah, I don't think it should be
and even that's too big.
5 acre. Well, that's what they were gonna put on that 11-acre slot. All that's out front is probably 5 acres. There's probably 2 acres in the woods. Maybe an acre and a half, acre.
Now, let me ask you this, so, under definitions on the first page, it talks about, obviously, it says Charlestown zoning, but that refers to their sections in the zoning and their sections in the site plan, and we don't even have it in the site plan.
Right.
So is that something you just remove? Because we're not adding anything to site plan right now.
So
If we have, they're saying the definition's in the site plan.
Yeah, I know, but we don't have them in ours.
No.
How do we wanna handle it if someone, like a big company calls me and says, hey, I wanna put, you know, a solar farm or,
Well, if this language passes, it's only 5 acres, that's the biggest farm you can have.
yeah.
But
Unless
does the
you wanna
terms-
make it
does that
smaller.
terms
But
Well,
need to-
would I have
She's
to
talking,
send
she's
them
not
to-
talking farm, she's talking solar farm, like a whole bank of solar
Well, then would I
arrays.
still send them to site
Not,
Right,
plan?
not
but
cows
still-
and pigs and potatoes and tomatoes.
I know that, but it's still 5 acre limit.
Well, no, this is,
No, I'm suggesting you take that out of there.
Either way, we're gonna back up a little bit, because I assume what's gonna be allowed on commercial versus rural ag is gonna be different anyway, for size and all that kind of thing.
Well, yes and no, but it's all depends what you wanna do, because right now, there's 2 definitions for commercial solar.
Right.
The regular one is 5 acres, the large one is no more than 150. But I don't think, based upon what I'm hearing from our community, that that's gonna fly anywhere, or even needed.
Yeah, I'd
Based
remove
upon
that.
my anecdotal evidence of watching Ray defend his position that it doesn't make money for you, having solar, period.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're just trying to protect ourselves in a situation that needs to be clarified. And to say there needs to be limits.
If I have a 200-acre commercial property, why can't I put 150 acres in solar?
Oh, commercial property? Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you're gonna change that, that's gonna be done down here in this table.
Okay, I understand that now.
You're gonna say in the rural agricultural zone, residential zone, it's not allowed, period.
But, so then does that person buy up 300 acres of farmland and now come for a change of use and make it commercial?
You'd have to
In order to put it
you'd have
in?
to go to town vote to get the zoning changed.
Right. But given the whim of the people at that particular moment, that could happen.
It could.
I haven't seen any solars in a while.
Are we ready for this? My other question.
Honestly, there was that one that we're talking about up on Concord Stage Road. I had one other company call me, but since April, I've only had
Well,
one
that's
company
because-
They're
call
all
me.
basically for homeowners.
well, all the big grants have gone away.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, all the ones that are coming through are just, yeah, I wanna put some on my roof. I'm putting
Right.
20 panels on my roof.
Because you got one meeting to do this, or else you don't.
Right. I don't
think we can do this in one meeting.
know. We can table this till next year. So if that's the
I'm
case,
sorry,
we have to
you have
start,
another question.
we have to start
Wait
March
till we
If
30th.
you're not gonna do it, fine.
No, but it would be helpful to know.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't understand why you gave this ordinance, as I understand it, requires a conditional use permit. A conditional use permit means they have a right to do it, and they just have to follow a certain number of criteria. Is that really the way we want to do it? So that you're granting a person a right to do it, as opposed to simply saying, this is another use in town, and if you follow the rules, we give it to you or not.
Good point. So I wonder what those 2 other communities do when they have that.
Yeah. no,
Are they inundated
It
with?
it would appear from the first one, like I said, the terms on the first page, they probably have it well-defined in their site plan regulations.
They got a site plan regulation, I'm sure, that goes into all the details of it, because this doesn't go into any of the details of the system.
But if you're gonna, I mean, I still think it needs a little work, because next time we have to post it with numbers, and
Yeah, yeah.
so if somebody's gonna move it to 20,
Should we look into the ordinances that Kingston and Conway have, because they've got quite a few of these big
but
solar
I think
farms.
it's something that you could put on your work sessions.
Yeah,
We don't have time
Like
to do that
tonight?
this year.
Like tonight, yeah.
It's like this Christmas is on your next meeting, for Thanksgiving, so.
Oh.
But, I mean, are you ready for it?
No.
There's so many questions.
I don't think so.
And like Ray said, there's a couple of others out there we can look at too that might be simple.
Well, that and, I mean, I think what Southern New Hampshire zone, whatever that's called, sent us,
The
that
clean
form.
energy one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was simpler than this,
That was, well, I thought it was simpler too.
so.
I make
The
a
other thing
motion, we
remember-
table
More
it.
simple.
The other thing to remember right now is it's only, the only way you can do a commercial solar array is on a commercial property. We don't have a whole lot of commercial property.
Right.
So,
And we don't have any big commercial
no,
property.
we don't have one. Your neighbor owns.
Ray made a motion to table.
Ray M?
Yep.
I can second it now.
Yes,
So
you
Ray
can.
made it and Ray seconded it.
It's a Ray motion.
Yeah, that'll confuse us.
Discussion, discussion,
Ray motion.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, then I need you to.
Therefore, you're gonna rename, you're gonna,
Yes, we
So
have to
it'll be
rename the
38.
other one to
ADU is
38.
gonna be
All right,
38,
I'll
not
just fix that
39.
one. I'll just fix it to 38. Okay. All right, now you're on to Craig.
before we go on the wetlands, does Neil have any comments about all the other ones we just talked about?
About the what?
All the other ones we just talked about? 'Cause wetlands.
There was just some language that was confusing. On page 3,
Come on up to the podium, sir, and announce your name and address, that kind of stuff, because there's people who want to know you.
Oh, yeah, we gotta keep that.
Neil Kirk, Mount Dearborn Road. Just clarification, on page 3, dealing with the accessory dwelling units, it's confusing to say in minimum or maximum sizes, ADU may not be limited to less than. I think what you want to say, an ADU may not be less than 750 square feet. That's, I think, so
No,
it's
we're
just,
just gonna change it to may not exceed 950.
They just moved it to 950. They're gonna get rid of
Yeah,
750.
that whole language changes.
so you're not going to have, so I can put up a 250 square foot one?
Well,
Yeah.
by state law, you can't. The minimum is 750.
So why not put that in there so folks know?
No, that's not what this says. This says, the town cannot limit the size to less than 750.
Right.
So
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
if somebody wants to
Yes.
build a 250,
Yes.
they can do it,
Yeah,
but we can't
just-
tell them that's
just
all they
like
can build.
That house on what you call it road there by.
I guess I need to read the state statute, but what you're saying is that this, when this finally comes out, it's going to say it can't be larger than 950.
Correct.
It's not going to say anything about a minimum size.
No.
But the state statute says it's a minimum
The
size.
state statute says the town cannot
Put in a
require
minimum.
anything less than 750.
The town can't say the maximum size is 600 square feet.
But you don't want to say that.
No. Because there's no lower limit. I mean, if you want to build something that's 100 square feet, that's not,
Okay. Thank you.
Well, if you look around town, there's a lot of older homes that have something that tiny, that were called studios,
Oh, yeah.
that are 200 square
Garage
feet.
sheds.
Yeah, carriage sheds, yeah.
No,
But point taken.
yes, no, very.
All right, so you got a question?
Oh, wait, one more. Greg's looking.
You also say unless otherwise authorized. That is a huge loophole. What does that mean?
Where?
Same sentence. Shall not exceed 900
yeah,
square.
that's gonna go, we're gonna strike that, because this is an excerpt right out of what the legislature passed. And this is telling the
That was
towns what they gotta
suggesting
do.
What you can and can't do.
Yeah.
So it's gonna say ADU shall not exceed 650 square feet, period.
950.
That's what I meant, sorry. I read it upside down. That's it. ADU shall not exceed 950 square feet, period.
Yeah, period.
So there'll be no authorization for anything bigger than 950?
Right.
Period. ADU shall not exceed 950 square
You
feet.
wanna go over that?
Period,
Zoning
Yeah.
code.
But that's if it passes.
if it passes.
Otherwise, it goes back to the seven.
Stays at
Well, the
seven.
language still has to change,
We haven't,
Some other things.
because right now, we don't have a detached ADU definition.
Correct.
So when that comes before, whoever speaks to it needs to speak to it clearly.
It won't be Craig.
No,
Craig, you're,
We'll be
Craig
Craig.
just gonna run around the aisle.
that's fine.
You want to make it sling.
I don't have a problem with that.
So you have another document for us now?
Yes.
Craig?
So
I
now I can
believe
have
it's
three-
the same document I gave you before.
3 copies?
I brought more in case you wanted them,
Oh, okay.
in case somebody needed it. So I went to Conservation Commission last night, and we talked for
Did you want you?
an hour.
Clarifies the gossiping.
It was a while.
Ray said I was up there for an hour.
About an hour.
And basically, we went through this thing pretty in-depth. Basically, the things they wanted added were who's doing the scoring of the wetland.
Oh, yes.
So of course, a certified soil scientist, certified wetland scientist does that.
That was under P on page 3. I was
Yes.
following along last night.
I watched it too.
And in the vernal pool tiers, if, the only time you can really grade a vernal pool is probably March or April, late March, April, maybe early May, depending on the year. If you can't grade the vernal pool during that time period, you assume it's a tier 1.
So can you talk to me about this asterisk?
Which one?
That one, that refers to this.
Gold. The one above it.
That came from, backing way up, this came from
Yeah, I know where it
Amherst.
came- yeah.
I changed the name to protect the innocent, and that was in Amherst. I made it bold, so we'd see it and remember to do something, think about it. So right now, we have a wetland setback of 50 feet for lots created after a certain date, whatever it was, 2008, I think. And we have a wetland buffer of 25 feet everywhere.
Right.
Are we planning on making this everywhere and completely eliminating the 25-foot in the setback? And therefore, everybody that's had a lot in Ware is gonna be subject to this? Or do I insert a table saying, pre-such and such a date, no wetland setback, all lots have a 25-foot buffer, post 2025, this applies, 2026, I guess. How do we
Table
handle
might be
it?
clearer. A table might be clearer.
That's why that's in bold, remind me to
Yes.
talk about that.
So is the date 3/12 or 3/11?
What are you talking about?
Well, this says 3/11 here, and over here it says
I think those
3/12.
dates that come from their changes.
Oh, that's,
okay.
yeah, that's,
Yeah, like we do, we put it in
So-
change.
I have to go through and get rid of all those.
Okay, all right. So I have a beginning question. Unless you want to continue to do what you did last night.
Go for it, it's your question.
Where's this district?
It's defined in the beginning. Where is it?
And the title of this district?
The title is the Wetland and Watershed Conservation District.
Okay, so where's the district? Do we have
Just
a,
district boundaries on page, well, on the second page. The Wetland and Watershed Conservation District shall be comprised of all wetlands and surface waters together with the associated buffers. See definitions in Article 4, which I did change that, having the following dimensions.
okay, so,
That's the district
so are
boundaries.
we saying that that is inclusive of the community?
That's what I'm asking, that's what the table's for. it would only be post 2026. All lots created after March 26.
District is a
This
confusing
would be
word
effective.
because it implies that it's like.
Yeah,
It's like a mapped district, it's
Right,
not
it's,
mapped.
it's
Yeah,
not a
district
map
is
district, so
basically
there's a
all
better
of it.
term to describe it then.
No,
No, there isn't,
there's not.
there is not,
It's a non-map district.
yeah. It's a featured district, not a map district.
Okay? Can you put that in parentheses someplace?
Sure. The title of this district shall be unmapped. Wetland and Watershed Protection District, how's that?
Based on features.
Okay. All right, that helps better understand, because it's.
I know, like, when you think about district being the map thing.
Yeah, it's clear as mud when you don't.
Yeah,
But then again, it's wetland.
Right.
so it could be
So
money.
it could be money.
Only if it's disturbed, and that's what we're trying to stop tackling.
As long as it's not disturbed.
So we talked quite a bit about putting durable discs or placards around the wetlands.
Right.
Wetland district, excuse me. And I kinda hemmed and hawed, cause I'm for it and I'm against it at the same time, I don't care either way. The Conservation Commission was certainly for it, I believe.
Well-
And I can see the point. The point,
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
listened
the
to it
reason-
too.
In certain areas,
The reason to do it, well,
not everywhere though.
Maybe, so,
I mean, the
so
reason.
you could, just for instance, say we've got like the piece of property we're gonna walk on Saturday, it's got 60-something acres. And it's identified to have a wetland in the middle, but nobody knows, because it's not on any map, or it fell off the map, right? And it blazed or posted, therefore you can then go from there to say, oh, okay.
I can see why you wouldn't wanna do something.
Or
See,
is
that said
it,
that I can see why you wouldn't wanna.
a large enough piece of property that there once was an old dwelling there, and there's nothing left but the cellar hole. But that cellar hole's been filling up with water and vegetation and,
It's
and
man-made,
life.
it's man-made, so it's not a
Well,
wetland.
right, but how are you gonna discern that if you can't see the cellar hole?
When you fall in it, you'll know where it is.
Right, no, what I mean is, that, for instance, the cellar hole across the street from my house, there was a season, when I grew up, where I grew up, it was an old barn. You knew it was a cellar hole, because everybody skated on it in the wintertime, because it filled up with water, right? 20 years later, you can't even see the cellar hole, because all the vegetation around it is growing up around it, in it, move things around, so you can't really discern that. Just like our new fishing pond at Dollar General, you know, so that's not designed to be a wetland, that's designed to be a catch basin for water, not growing cat nine tails in it
And old
and,
Chevys evidently.
yeah, yeah.
Bevies, yes.
I can see using those placards, like, the new big
What I call
development they're doing in Manchester, they call it the Tech Village. It's 100 acres of commercial buildings, and it borders a protected, conservation land in Londonderry, and it's wet also. So they put these placards up all along the perimeter of it to make sure that there was no encroachment onto it. I mean, the slopes are literally down to these placards, but they're there. If they weren't there, somebody could accidentally just kind of keep on going. So it's a good barrier in some places, but I don't think they belong everywhere.
I can see them,
Right.
I can see them in the, as a, for instance, the small lots on River Road that we just looked at.
Right.
AMS, but not around the open space.
Correct.
Well, why would you put the?
Or,
placard
I
around
mean, the other part is that, it was mentioned last night that the tag, the flagging is also sufficient.
Possibly.
The flagging goes away.
But
The flagging does,
I took a peek in a property twice today that we had, I won't say who it is, but, and every area that we identified that there was wetland is all filled in. So it happens,
maybe have a sign up, it won't happen. Could be accidental,
could be, on purpose.
could be.
I don't know. I mean, if it's gonna be part of what we would propose, I think it would be something for discussion and,
Is there any way we can put something in writing that says if it's a critical area that needs to be protected, play cards must be displayed, otherwise, you don't need them somehow?
I was somehow gonna say the planning board decides where to put them.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if it should go into understanding what,
So the planning board say, yes, you gotta put them around this thing, you gotta put them around this thing, you gotta put them around this, but forget that one, forget that one, forget
Right,
that one.
right.
Joe Nelson's coming with a lot line adjustment for 100 acres, no, you don't need to put any up.
yeah.
Okay. What else we talk about, Ray, since I left the one I was gonna,
That was a big,
that was the biggie, those two.
the thing, the big thing was the 25 and 50-foot setback. I like your proposal, but the board really
Yeah.
wanted to have more, but, see, they don't understand what we're trying to say. You got this little puddle in the ground, and you gotta go 50 feet away from it. You don't need to do that.
On the second page, we have district boundaries, you have water protection wetlands 100 foot, significant wetlands 50, other wetlands 25.
Right.
They were concerned we were reducing the other setbacks down to 25. Other wetlands down to 25 from the today's 50. That was a concern. And I tried to point out, well, I pointed out that we're gonna double it to 100 feet on the good ones, and we're gonna reduce it down to 25 on the ones that don't have any significant.
I'm okay with what you got here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am too.
I think they were that way too at the end. At least some of them.
Yeah. It's hard to get them to,
I mean, Steve and Andy weren't there either, so
yeah, that made a big difference.
that could make a huge difference.
But
So there was another thing on,
The other thing was,
29.1, just above it, you located on or off, but I can't read what I wrote. Right there, there was something that was supposed to be added in there.
oh, the mitigation.
Yeah.
Mitigation off-site or on-site. If it's off-site, it has to be in the town of Ware.
Right. But must,
And you can mitigate it somewhere else, but it has to be in the Ware. You can't mitigate it in Pittsburgh.
right.
And there was some talk about this plan, conditional use permit review criteria. It doesn't say anywhere on here that the certified soil scientist has to stamp the plan.
Right.
That was really about,
pretty much.
that was pretty much it.
Wetlands, stamp, I don't know what I wrote there.
Where are you?
Again, that's just what you said, for all, that needs to be identified here on the criteria, and it also has to be done on the application requirements,
In your list, yeah.
is to identify this wetland scientist and his stamp.
So I left with them, I'd bring it here, talk to you guys about it, make the changes, and go back to them in December.
So you're gonna make the changes so you can share with us?
No, I'm gonna keep going myself.
Well,
Yes,
might help you make.
what I could do is make all the changes and send you the Word document, you can
You
format it. I could do that, and then you can share it after you
And I'll
format it.
format it with you.
Then-
I'll format it with you.
That'd be nice.
Then you can share it with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, I can do that.
Okay. My plan was good.
You have to give it to me right away.
Okay.
You don't want that?
I understand.
2, 3
Are you
copies.
gonna move forward with that one then?
Yes.
That's what you're gonna make a motion?
Yeah, I move, we go forward with Article 28, wetlands.
I'll second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Motion passed. Mr. Neal, you have anything else you want to add?
Thank you, no.
Okay. Since it's 9:30, do we want a master plan update?
Nothing to report.
That was easy. I didn't look the minutes. Anybody else?
I did, the only, where are they?
I had 'em. Where's my paper?
I don't think I took it. I may have, but I don't think I
I
did.
stapled it. I got the minutes.
That's it.
What'd you have, Bill?
That's Chuck's.
Line 96 should be with Pastor Bill raising questions, not Bruce. What I did with them.
Anyone else?
Make a motion to approve the minutes of October 23rd as amended.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained?
Move we adjourn.
No, wait,
No, wait a minute, any other business? There's always something.
go ahead.
No, you.
No, you.
I don't have anything.
I thought you said you had business.
I was opening up for, I said there's always something else.
There's always something else?
There's always some other
Yeah.
business.
So I just, I said this at the last zoning meeting, and, as you know, I'm departing company now after 30 years of service.
Congratulations.
And I want to just express my appreciation for the chance to work with you guys. It's been an honor to work with people that care deeply about the community, which is what I have in my heart too. I'd like to thank you for your dedication and hard work. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together, and I know the board will continue to do great things for the town. As I step away, I have to write this because I can never remember. As I step away, I want you to know it isn't goodbye. It's see you later. I look forward to crossing paths with all of you in the future. But thank you. It's been a long time for some of you and short time for some of you, but I do appreciate everything you guys do. It's been a long time for you. But I do appreciate
So
everything that you guys
apply
do.
to be an alternate? on the planning board?
I'm gonna plead the fifth at the moment.
Okay.
I don't know what life's gonna bring, so we'll
I
figure it out.
understand that, too.
We'll figure it out. But I do appreciate everything you do.
And we
Hope you
appreciate
all
everything
stick
do.
through it. I am gonna be here and help you through. I'll be back in January, part-time, until they find someone to transition. But after that, I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bravo, bravo.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Oh, you make it stick.
Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained?
It's gonna be Ray Ray, babe. Ray Ray. Wait a minute. At 9:37. Yeah.
You've really improved things when it's not midnight.
Go to the other tab.
We're getting old,